Hey guys, welcome to Testing Academy. My name is Pramod and welcome to the 30 days of automation and testing. In this video, we are going to discuss about the very important topic, which is Selenium Grid, right? We're going to discuss what is it, why we need the Selenium Grid, when to use it, and I'm going to explain you the Selenium Grid architecture full view. And we are going to set up our own grid on this Mac and we are going to run a sample test also, right? So I'm excited to show all the things. So let's get started. Right. All right. So let's start. Let's start with quick introduction. What is the Selenium Grid, right? Means if you are working with Selenium, right, you have heard this term, but you don't know what is it, right? So let's talk about it. So Selenium Grid is basically it's a part of a Selenium suite, right? It basically allows you to run your test. Basically, you can run multiple tests on a different browsers, operating system, as well as one of the important thing, which is you can run your tests parallelly, right? So it works on a principle of hub and nodes. So we have a hub, which is where you run your test cases, and that will basically pass the execution to the nodes. So hub, consider a hub as a single machine. It can be a Mac, Windows, Ubuntu, anything, and it is connected with a different machines like this Mac that I'm running, it can be connected to a different Windows machine, a different Mac, Ubuntu machine, or it can contains to many machines, right? So what it can do is that I will run the test cases here, and execution will happen on any of the node for which that I will mention the capability. And I will basically direct which operating system platform I have to use and how it's useful, right? So it's useful because we can run multiple test cases, we can run them parallelly, and it can basically save time, right? So let's quickly jump into why we need Selenium Grid, right? That I have discussed just now, right? We can run parallel tests. Basically, we can perform the parallel testing. We can run our multiple test cases on different browsers, right? Assume you're running your test case right now. You have a hub, right, on Mac, which is basically connected to a Windows machine. You have nodes, right? Different nodes. So you can basically pass if you have a test case which requires Windows, then you can pass the capability so that it will run on Windows, right? You can run your test case on multiple browsers, right? As well as speed, and it can definitely decrease your execution time. Lots of means many times people ask you how you can decrease the execution of your test cases, right? So what you can do is that you can implement the Selenium Grid. So that's like one of the way to do that. So let's jump into it. When you should use the Selenium Grid. Most of the time, people prefer to use Selenium Grid when they want parallel execution. They want to decrease their time of execution. They want speed, right? So that's when they basically use the Selenium Grid architecture, right? So let me explain how Selenium Grid works. So suppose I have a hub. Hub is nothing but a simple computer where your test case will run. It will so what you will do is that you will run the jars, right? So hub will also run the same jar. So the version of the Selenium standalone server that we are running, it should be same across all the hub and nodes, right? So if hub is running 3.14 version of Selenium, the node 1, node 2, and node 3 should run. And I'm considering all of them in a particularly in a same network, or they are somehow connected over, right? So what it will do in the Selenium is that you run your test cases at hub, and execution basically what it will happen on the different machines. So it can pass to node 1, node 2, node 3, depending upon the capability that you have mentioned, right? So let's see the demo theoretical parts. I know it's a little bit confusing, right? How to set up a Selenium grid? It's very simple one. You just need to download the Selenium server. I'm going to show you step by step. You need to run the hub. So to run the hub, you just need to write the Java jar standalone server file name and role is equal to hub, right? And after that, on localhost or your IP, your grid console will be available, right? So now hub is ready, and here you can run your test cases. Now to connect a node, any kind of a node where execution will happen, where your test script will run, you need to basically use this command, which is basically passing the role as a node. And you need to register to the hub. So you need to give the IP of that hub, right? I'm going to show you the demo, right? And you can basically verify if your grid is running at this this is not the exact IP. This IP will change according to your IP address, right? So this is my IP address. This is my local IP address as of now. It will change according to it. So let me show you how you can do it. Right. So first of all, what you need to do is that you need to download the standalone server. Go to this link, which is selenium.dev/downloads, and here you can download the jar file. So if you download it, right, open your console. So I have opened two tabs as of now. So right now, what we are doing is that this is the machine which is hub, and this is the machine which is node. I don't have extra machine as of now, but consider this console as a separate machine that I'm running. Make sense? Yeah. So I need to, so let me show you what is it. So it contains the Selenium jar, right? So the version of the jar is saved. Now I'll run this command, which is basically, let me copy this one. If it is small, let me make it, yep, right. So now we have started our hub, right? It's saying Selenium Grid is up and running. Node should register to this URL. So it is giving us a URL, right? So now IP has changed. As you can see, it is 160.106. I need to change that IP, right? And client should connect to this. Client basically means whenever we are running your test cases, right? Now our grid is this thing. Make sense? Yeah. Now, if you go to this link, right? Let me open this URL. Console, grid console. So go to console. You see, nothing is there. No node is connected. It means no browsers or no Chrome browser. Nothing is as of now available. If I try to run the test case, it will fail. I need to register my first node. So how I can do it? I need to pass Java jar Selenium jar role is equal to node and the hub and the address of the node, which is basically given by here to register it, right? So let enter it, and here you can see the registering to the node, and the node is ready to use, right? Let's jump into the grid console again and see, right? As you can see, we have five Firefox and five Chrome are now available. It means this machine can be used to run the five Chrome as well as five Firefox parallelly, right? So maximum instances are added automatically. This is default. You can change it, right? So you need to pass again while running the command here. You can basically change your maximum instances of browser that you want to launch. So as of now, by default, five are added, five Firefox and five Chrome are added. Similarly, sometimes you have an issue with the driver, right? So since I have already added my drivers, this is a Mac I have added into my path. If you are running Windows, you need to pass the Gecko driver or Chrome driver path. So you can use the -d driver option. I'm going to put a link down below with the Stack Overflow, how you can do that, right? So don't worry about it. So now if let's run a sample test case in it. So this is very simple test case, which basically we are creating an instance of Firefox, and this is the local grid that I'm using. I need to create a desired capability, and I'm telling, okay, I want to use Firefox, and I want to use a Mac because this is the Mac that we are using, right? So we can pass the capability. Okay, double is something bad happened, right? Now I just need to create a remote driver object with the URL and the desired capability. Make sense? Right? Now everything works same way. You just need what we are doing. We are opening a scrolltest.com, which is the awesome website for learning software testing. Right? You know it. And getting the URL and closing the browser. Right? Let's make it quick rather than closing. Right. So let's see our test case. It is running fine or not on the grid. So right now we are using grid, not a standalone server, right? And so right now this is acting as a node as well as the hub. So hub has passed the execution to the node. So the same window has opened, and scrolltest.com is open. Again, awesome website for learning testing. And yeah, I guess we are done with this execution. Right. Yeah, so execution is done, everything works fine. So that's how you work with the Selenium Grid. I hope you have learned something new, right? Here I have mentioned the desired capability and the code for it. You can download the code in that description. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you have learned about the Selenium Grid concept. For more details about the or advanced Selenium Grid concept, I'm going to create a separate video. Let me know in the comments if you have any doubt. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video.